Hi there, I'm Rachel, and this is I'm Bringing Healthy Back. So we are going into a new year, 2025, when I'm recording this, and this is the time of year that a lot of people set goals, but specifically weight loss goals, fitness goals, and I think that's great if you are trying to better yourself, better your health. I love that. I'm not a personal trainer, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert, I am just a human being, and I want to give you some encouragement if you are a person who is setting health-related goals like weight loss, fitness. There's going to be a lot of people out there who are working towards a similar goal, and that's great. It can make the gyms very busy in January too. So please don't let that discourage you. There's a lot of people in there who are very happy and silently cheering people on, new people at the gym. There's always going to be a few people who are a little disgruntled that their gym is a little busier than normal, but don't let the busyness of the gym prevent you from working towards your goal. I know it can be intimidating. I get intimidated, and I've been going to a gym for years. Not always every single day. Sometimes there have been week or month gaps, but I keep going back. And once you get into the routine of it, it gets easier. And or find times and days that are slightly less busy. And you may not know that right away, but it's something that as you continue to go, you will learn. But on that note, you don't have to have a gym membership to reach all of your goals or to start working towards your goals. There are a ton of free resources on YouTube for different types of workouts. Yoga, Pilates, just body weight exercises, HIIT workouts. If you have your own weights, that's great. You can do weighted workouts. There are a ton. Are they higher intensity? There's different levels. There are different instructors. They teach different levels. Look around, try different workouts. It's a great free resource, and you can do it in the comfort of your own home, especially if you're a little nervous about going to the gym. You may be able to learn form at home before going into the gym, and maybe learn good form with lower weights before going into a gym and trying to do it with heavier weights. So safety first. But even talking about workouts, don't let anyone tell you that walking isn't a workout. Anything that gets you off your butt, yes, do it. Active, just being active. In today's day and age, we live in such a sedentary, our culture is so sedentary, especially in the developed world, especially if you have an office job, you're just sitting all day. So anything that gets you moving, amazing. There are a lot of people out there who tell you that, yes, you need to resistance train, weightlift. And I'm a big advocate for resistance training. But if you get there, amazing. If you just are starting out and you're like, I just need to start walking or biking or swimming, I love it. I'm cheering you on for that. And fitness can be challenging. Like I said, it's intimidating going to a gym for the first time. There's other people who know what they're doing or seem to know what they're doing, and you're just kind of like, I don't belong here. You do belong there, and I'm happy for you to go. And fitness should be a consistent, lifelong thing, and I'll get into the lifelong part of it, but that is half of it. The other half is your diet, and diet is important. So I'm not a proponent, I'm not an advocate of dieting. Your diet is just how you eat. I will never advocate for like Weight Watchers or the Atkins diet or any other system that helps you lose weight or is supposed to help you lose weight. And don't get me wrong, people have lost weight on those, but you need to take into consideration, can I sustain this for the next however many decades I'm alive? You really need to consider that. And do you want to, or do you want to heal your relationship with food learn intuitive eating, learn a little bit about nutrition, and not have to count points or calories or macros for the rest of your life. Now, there are people out there who find it helpful to count things to keep them on track and to have a healthy mindset about that. And that is amazing. And if that works for you, great. The thing with health and fitness and diet, it's not a cookie cutter experience for everyone. Literally everyone is different. So don't expect your diet and your workout plan to be the exact same as someone else and your bodies look the exact same. Give yourself some grace. But I do encourage you to learn a little bit about nutrition and kind of the caloric values of like fats versus protein versus carbs. And I think having that knowledge will help you make decisions. And like I said, I'm a big advocate for intuitive eating, especially because I have a history with disordered eating. And so intuitive eating is just, I think everyone should be eating intuitively, but I understand there are people who track their diet to help them reach their goals. And that's great. How you decide to start your fitness journey, your new diet journey, just how you're eating, not a specific diet. I do not want anyone to be going on a diet because I want this to be a lifestyle change for you. So it's something that you can sustain into your old age, not just for the next few months. Decide a direction that you want to start out with. Do you want to start resistance training? Do you want to take classes in person? Do you want to work out at home? Do you want to work out or go for a run or a bike ride with friends on a regular basis? What is your plan? Make a loose plan. Maybe make a tight plan. Whatever works for you. You need to have an idea in mind. Write it down. I'm a big fan of to-do lists, so write it down because that is helpful to help you remember life is busy. Okay, what workout am I doing today? Or what days am I working out? How does that fit into my schedule with kids' activities, with my own activities, with appointments, etc., etc. Figure out when you're going to be working out, exercising, being active, moving your body, and then make a plan for your food too. You don't have to go crazy with meals. Maybe find some simple ones that work for you, that fits the goals that you're trying to achieve. And I can't tell you that because I don't know what your goals are. And I'm just, again, perspective and encouragement for your goals. Decide how many meals do I need this week for me, for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and if you are part of a family unit, you cook for more than just for you. I grew up eating dinner with my family. Everyone ate the same thing. So you can choose to do it differently. But again, if this is going to be a sustainable lifestyle change to help you slowly, but gradually and eventually reach your goal, and you want to maintain that level of fitness, lose any excess weight that you're trying to lose, it needs to be sustainable. And these goals, especially when it comes to food, is a lot more sustainable when the whole family is doing it. Now, you can't change other people. You're not supposed to change other people. You can only control yourself, and you may be able to influence other people. However, if you can get your family on board, pick meals, pick snacks that everyone will eat. Maybe you try new things. You try some new recipes. Some people don't like them. Some people do like some of the recipes. Lots of trial and error, especially if this is a new thing for you, a new lifestyle change. So plan. And then execute. This is going to be tough. Especially if the only time you have is to work out in the morning and you have to get up hour earlier. That can be really tough, but you have to decide what you want. You have to do this. And there are tools to help you get there. Maybe you need to go to bed an hour earlier. Maybe that means you have to take something else off your plate. Maybe you need to automate something. Maybe you need to delegate tasks in the evening. Maybe you need to find crock pot recipes so that you don't have to spend an hour after work each night making dinner and then you're exhausted because you worked all day, then you commuted home, then you had to make dinner, and then you had to put the kids to bed. Whatever the case may be, make your health a priority, because when you're healthy, that translates outward to your work, to your relationships, whatever else you want to add in there. So when you get healthy, everyone benefits. You first and foremost, but everyone else benefits. And it can be hard. There are probably going to be times where you go to bed later than you wanted to. There are going to be some mornings where you just have to get up anyway. And I don't want to discount sleep. Sleep is so important and possibly underrated. Prioritize your sleep. Get more sleep than you probably are. Some people, you can personally figure out how much sleep you need, but prioritize it. It'll make it a lot easier. When you get enough sleep, you tend to make better food choices, and it makes it a lot easier to get up in the morning, especially if you got to work out. And then you don't have this vicious cycle where you're trying to pack every single thing in, but you don't have enough sleep, so you're exhausted. So again, delegate tasks, automate tasks, buy yourself a vacuum robot if that helps. Take one thing off your plate, you have 10 extra minutes, but there has to be discipline. And yeah, it's not going to be perfect because life happens. And so maybe you get takeout one night that you weren't planning on it. Okay, keep moving on. Like, get back into your meal planning, make sure you go to the grocery store, maybe do curbside pickup to save yourself a half hour, whatever the case may be. But this is important. Like, this isn't just a, I want to look good goal. Well, yes, of course. Everyone likes to look good. But this is also about your physical health, your mental health, your cardiac health. Being able, again, healthy for you, healthy for others. The longevity. How do you want to be when you're 70, 80, 90 years old? God willing, you're still on this earth and healthy. I want to still be, if God willing, I want to be a mobile old lady. Be able to sit down by myself, be able to stand up by myself, be able to lay down on my belly by myself and get back up. There's a mindset shift that must take place. You may already be ready for this mindset shift. You may have forgotten about, like, oh yeah, this is more about than just looking good in a swimsuit. Like, this is long term. Like, I want to be able to play with the kids. I want to be able to run. As adults, when's the last time you ran? You think of kids, they're running around all the time. And then all of a sudden we're too high and mighty to be running unless you're going to run a marathon. That doesn't have to be the case, and you don't have to become a runner. But could your body run? And I know there are different cases. People have physical ailments that they don't have complete control over, and those are special cases. So I'm not discounting those. But you setting goals going into the new year, maybe you're setting goals mid-year. There needs to be discipline and execution if you want to reach your goals. So I kind of built that in. You have to design the plan the plan, execute the plan. I don't know if that's perfect, but you get my gist. You have to decide, okay, where am I going to start? What do I want? What is feasible? And then, okay, how am I going to do that? Where do my workouts fit into my week with everything else going on? How about my grocery list, my meal planning? Okay, and then doing it. The doing it is the hardest part, and it may not be easy right away. It may take more than a week, more than a month. And you may never I don't know, maybe you won't really ever enjoy it, but I think you'll get to a point where you're starting to see the benefits of it, and you logically know, like, I want to be healthy for me, for my kids, for my family and friends. not to be a burden on the healthcare system, whatever the case may be. But again, there has to be that mindset shift of this isn't just to look good, because and the motivation wears off. The motivation wears off for me too, but it's continuing to get back on the bike even if you fall off. And maybe you have to change your plan. Maybe you can't work out 5 days a week. You get busy, okay, I can only work out 2 days a week. But don't stop. Even if it's taking the dog for a 20-minute walk. Movement is movement, and it still counts, and it's still good for you. And even if you don't have complete control over what you're eating every single day, maybe you have a family function, maybe you have a party you go to, it's okay to enjoy life. Okay, there isn't just a destination. Like, enjoy the journey along the way. And maybe being a healthier version of you will help you enjoy that journey. Maybe healing your relationship with food and your mindset on food and your relationship with your body will help you enjoy the journey of life on this earth. But when it comes to your health and your fitness goals that you're planning, make that plan. Let it be ambitious, but also let it be realistic, and allow yourself the grace to falter and be imperfect, and allow yourself the freedom to adjust the plan. And adjust and adjust and adjust every single time it needs to be adjusted. This life is not about your weight in your body. I think it's very important to take care of the one body that God has given you during this lifetime. This life is not about reaching a goal weight, reaching a certain body composition, being the buffest guy in the gym. That's not what it's about. It's okay for your weight to fluctuate. It's okay for you to have to change how often you work out. It's okay to go on vacation and enjoy the delicious food. It's all about balance, sustaining this lifestyle. And you can change it. You might figure out that something doesn't work well for you, but prioritize it. Clearly, it's important to you for some reason, or else it wouldn't be on your New Year's resolution or goals list. But I encourage you to analyze why you want to get into health and fitness and weight loss. Educate yourself a little bit on nutrition and exercise, and figure out, what are my goals? What are my long-term goals? And what's a healthy way for me to get there, a sustainable way for me to get there? If you've listened all the way to the end, I would love to hear what your 2025 or future listeners, what your goals or resolutions are down in the comments if you're listening on YouTube. I believe you will reach your goals, your healthy goals, and I am cheering for you.